Hi folks, this is Tom. Today I'm going to take an APX battery that's been run down to 0 volts and show you how to essentially jump start it and bring it back up so it'll either work in a charging station or in a battery analyzer. This is one that one of my customers has run down to almost nothing. Let's see what it looks like here. Okay. The meter says it's about 152 millivolts. That's nothing. So we take this battery now, drop it in the smart charger, and I go air quotes smart charger. The smart charger says, oh no, that's not a real battery. Throw it out and buy another one for $100+. We're not going to play that game. Okay, we also dropped this into the battery analyzer, and the battery analyzer also said, oh no, that's a dead battery and it's not going to work. Okay, here's the deal. We're going to put current in here, but what's going to separate this from a how-to video as opposed to, oh my goodness, we've blown this battery up and set the building on fire and burned it down, is that you have to current limit this. APX radios, I figure they're not going to draw more than about 2 or 3 amps. So, if we rejuvenate this or attempt to do so with no more than 2 or 3 amps, we should be perfectly fine, shouldn't we? Okay, so here we go. We've got the Astron power supply. It's current limited. It's sitting at about 10 volts right there. Let's go ahead and see what happens. Put that on there. And right now we don't see anything. What happens is this will sit here for a while, and then it may draw current, and it'll go blip, and it'll shut itself off. Let's run it up a little bit. Typically, I see this happen right around 12 volts. You do that, it'll come on for a split second and go off, and then the deal is you need to drop the voltage down a little bit and kind of walk it down to the point where this thing will essentially stay on continuously. So you can put a few amps through there. There we go. See it? It blipped. But also, you can maybe tell right down there at the bottom end of this, when I did that, it also took a little bit there and still floated. So let's go down to 10 volts here and see if we can get this here now. Oh, okay, it blipped. Let's go down to like 9 volts. Okay, it blipped, but it stayed on a little bit longer. Let's go to about 7.5 volts here. Hey, look at that. Now we've got it. We got kind of that little window where we put current to it and it stays, or at least it stayed there for a little bit. Let's try it again. There we go. This one may be dead, but let's try it now. Let's go take a look at it. We only need about 2, maybe 3 volts tops to make this thing charge. Okay, that's okay, still 286 mils. We need to finesse this a little bit more. Okay, there we go. I'm going to run the voltage back to right about there. And yeah, that's the point where it won't take anything. But there we go. It charged. Charging. That's a good sign. You can see the current's going up a little bit. About an amp and a half. So we'll let that sit there. Let's run it up just a hair more here. See if we can force a little bit more through. No, that was the sweet spot right there. Okay, let's go and let's check, see what voltage we have on it. Well, we got 300 mils. This one may not work. This one may be too far gone, especially since it has a 2017 test date on it when it was new and put in service. Since this is 2026, this battery doesn't owe anybody anything, but we're going to play with it a little bit here. We're going to run the current up slightly, run the voltage up. Yeah. Okay, run it back down a little. There it is. It's holding steady. I'm going to run the current up a little bit. Let's see if it'll draw more current, just a little bit more at this point. Yeah, 2 amps. Okay. Run the voltage up a little more. No, it didn't like that. Well, I guess we're the point where there's that narrow little window right here. It's got that little happy spot. Somehow I don't think this one's gonna test well, but I think we can at least get it to the point where it's gonna do something for us. Yeah. You can hear the battery analyzer beeping at us in the background. Something is either finished or there's a battery that's gone intermittent on us. There we go. Yep. 2 plus. About 2.5. These are not easy to hold the leads on. Okay, let's see if we can continue to do this and manipulate the voltage up just a little. There we go. We're at about 3 amps right now. We'll hold this on here for maybe 30 seconds or so. Yeah, we're going a little over 3 now. I'd say this is probably starting to wake up. Normally, it doesn't take anywhere near as long as this. Usually it's only 10 or 20 seconds of once you've got current on there, it's fine. This one's, yeah, 3.5 amps. Yeah. Okay, let's go check voltage. Hey, will you look at that? 6.26 volts. So now, if we wanted to, we can take this guy here, drop him in there, and look, it's charging. So I'm not going to leave this here. I'm actually going to take this over to the battery analyzer, drop it in there now that we're over the critical threshold, and we should be able to analyze it. Will it recover? I don't know at this point. Again, it's a 9-year-old battery, and if there's life left in it, that's good. If not, it doesn't owe us anything, but at least this way we tried. You wouldn't believe how many batteries I get that are almost new that have been run down to 0, and if you're, again, not attentive, most people would throw those away or say that they were defective, but when they've just been run down. We'll give this one a try, and if it works, hey, we're definitely ahead of the game then. Well, we found a second battery. Let's take a look at it. This one is literally farm fresh. I've not done anything to this. This is literally as we found it here, so it's got about 112 millivolts on it. How much you want to bet it's not going to charge in the quote-unquote smart charger? Oh, there we go. Nope, that's not going to work. Okay, let's try this here again. Just like the other one, we're going to put the leads on here. We got current limiting on. Let's see what this does. That doesn't look like it's doing anything. Let's run the voltage up now. Oh, there we go. Okay, it blipped. Let's run it down. Looks like it blipped again, so it's slowly starting to do what it's doing. Let's run it down to about 10 volts here. Okay, it's getting to be a larger, or pulse staying longer. Okay, there's 7.5 volts approximately. Yeah. Let's go to about 6.5 volts. There we go. Look at that. You can see that voltage is going up. Current's going up. Let's give it 20 or 30 seconds here. As the voltage goes up, the current goes down. So we could actually do the kabuki dance here and run the voltage up a little bit and see how that does. Yeah. Okay, it didn't like that. These are not cooperating. There we go. Now we've got it. Current's going up, voltage is going up. So just keep on advancing it a little bit. Okay, that went up to about 3 amps. Let's see what it looks like voltage-wise now. 5.4 volts. Okay, let's try this. Drop it in the charger, and the charger recognizes that as a battery. Let's run this off to the battery analyzer. Thanks for watching, folks. Catch you next time.